Qapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Hiroki. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to kiss your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Dare to make war, we surrender. False word. Important things are needed new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework planet. From now on, it's gonna be under one roof. You're gonna run it like a business. That means you're gonna make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Esri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Birdo Prey 5, Qapla, and welcome to Bed Life for Friday, August 26, 2022, aka National Dog Day. Good girl, Sassy. AKA Women's Equality Day. Mamo Prey, are you equal?
Oh, Sassy?
No, not the sassy.
Oh, I'm certainly not equal to Sassy. She rules me. Equal to what?
Equal to anyone else on Earth.
Of course.
Of course.
Everyone.
Everybody's equal. So, congratulations. You did it. You did it, ladies. Round of applause.
Ladies? No, everyone.
Ladies, everybody. Yes, everybody. I know, but it's National Women's Equality. So, it's a round to the ladies. Kronos says, why is Birdo Prey not on a Klingon ship? Because, Kronos, nobody's got a good animated Klingon background. Okay? The only good animated backgrounds are from Federation ships. So I either got to be on a Federation ship on a Klingon view screen, or I have to, if I can find a good Klingon animation, then I can be on a Klingon bridge on a Federation view screen. Don't think too hard. Don't think too hard about it, Kronos. You're not supposed to. But anyway, I skipped that. That was a quick skip in the chat. I will start at the chat at the beginning. In a few minutes, I had to push back the start today. First, I pushed it back to 4:15. Then I pushed it back to 4:45. And then it turned out I really probably could have started at 4:15, but I waited until like 4:20 to start. So now there might not be people here for another 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do is do Wordle for the first few minutes of this stream, as people might come in. I don't know. I haven't seen Wordle yet for today, so we'll just see. Some days it goes really quick. Yesterday I used world as my starting word, and it It was a quick one, but I don't want to use world and hello. I could use hello, even though it's a terrible word. 2 L's, it's a terrible word to use to start off Wordle. Being I used world yesterday, I'm going to use hello today, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. It did not pay off in the slightest, except there was an O. So you know what? We'll do, oh, I can't do world. I mean, I could, but it'd be stupid to. It has the L in it. Hello, words. Hello, words. I probably should use some more vowels, but what the hell. We have an O and an R in the wrong spot. Okay. Well, let's see. Revel. REVOL. No, there's no L. Record. No, that's not enough letters. Record. Recod. That's not a word. Toy. That's not a word either. It sounds like it would be a word. Repay. But there's no, there needs to be an O. Damn it. Repoed. That's not it. Repose. There's no S. Repoy. Nope. Repox. Like a pox on your family. No. Repoc. Like Terroc Noir. I should have put this where I could see. I could see the chat. Let's see. I don't even know if it starts with re, but actually it can start with re. There's no E, damn it. Okay, O is not the first vowel. It's certainly not the first letter. Well, it could be the first letter, but it's not the second. It's not the last. Maybe it is the first. Orville, that's not a word, unfortunately. Orbit. Okay, we got the O and there's an I. There's no B or T. But the R is in the right spot. We know it's not an O at the beginning. We know it's not an O in the second. We know it's not an O at the end. So okay, the second letter is an R. Let's see, let's try PR, pro. And if there's an I, okay, Freud. It's OI. It can't be an I in the second place. And Peter Graves has subscribed. Qapla. Peter Graves, if you're watching, welcome to the stream. Radio, says Gorilla. Can't be radio. It doesn't start with an R. Okay. The I isn't there. So then this has to be, what's IO? Points? Point. Right. Something with an R. Riot. No, it can't be riot. And it's got to start with something. Prion. A prion is something. I've heard of it. But it's not prion. But now we know the I. Jesus. The I's got to be at the start or the end. So IR. Is there any word that starts with IR? Irradiate, I guess. I guess there is words that start with I. No, it's not prior. There's an N in it. Well, there's certainly no word that starts NR. So it has to start IR, right? It's no O. It doesn't start OR. It doesn't start NR. So it's got to be IR. Okay. Iron. Irons. Irons with an S. Is there an S? No, we used S. We know there's no S. Okay, there's only so many letters. Iron Q, irony. The irony of it all. We got it. Mike Richards put in the irony, and Kronos said irony would be ironic. Don't you think? I didn't see it, but we came to the same conclusion. There we go. Irony, got it in 5. I'm sure other people got it much closer, much sooner than me. But that is me working through a Wordle. Okay, so with that, now it's time to actually start. Let's get the screen back up. Hello, world. We already said that. First in the chat was myself saying I pushed the stream back to 4:15. Yitzy Lemons came in and said, women have enough days, stick to the dogs. And John Araki says, so 4:30 then? Yes, it was actually very close to 4:30 that we started. John Araki. And John Araki with the $1 super chat. Thank you so much, John Araki. Actually, it's kind of weird. YouTube reports it as $1, but StreamYard reports it as 99 cents. Where'd my other cent go? Who took it? Thanks, Joe Biden. John Araki says, hashtag steal birds garbage, hashtag stay sassy, hashtag Kronos was right. What was Kronos right about? Then I said to thank you for the super chat, and I said push back to 4:45, but we'll try to start sooner, and I did. John DeMarco says, I see that Bird is getting an early start on being late. That's a fair assessment. Kronos says first. Kronos says there's a lot of Johns here. Gorilla's Random Thought says Qapla, Gorilla. Kronos says, why is Bird lating? Because had stuff to do. Kronos says, hey to Yitza. And Kronos says, what wave is Women's Day now? What wave? I don't get the question. Kronos says, is there a cat day? Yes, I'm sure there is. I don't know when it is, but I know it must exist. And Kronos says, like Samuel Jackson once said, yeah, I'm not going to say that. John DeMarco says, the Society of Jays is well represented today. And Kronos says, that sounds crazy. Kronos says, my name doesn't have a J in it. I'm insta-banned. You're not banned, Kronos. And Kronos says, I get banned all the time.
Prosper.
Used to eat. And John Araki with another $1 donation. Thank you so much, John Araki. This time it shows a $1 donation instead of 99 cents. So there is the cent. I don't know what you did, but the cent, I guess Joe Biden didn't take it today. Not this time. John DeMario says, you're not banned, at least not due to your lack of a J. That's fair. Kronos says, Bird's name starts with J. I'm doomed. This is true. Bird's name is Jerk, if I remember, or Joke, or your brain is foggy. Yeah, it is foggy, Kronos. And Kronos says, I'm glad he's not here to see this. Kronos says, please tell Birdo Pray 5 he rocks. Thank you, Kronos, when he is not late. Does Bird have any pronouns other than him, he? No. No, I'll use any pronoun you want to use, you may use. I don't get offended by pronouns. There's no right or wrong. There's just me, I mean, I'll tell you in my brain that you're wrong if you can't figure it out, but I really don't care what you use. Kronos is when he's not late.
Captain's log, stardate
I read that.
7414.1.
And another $1 super
Our best
chat
estimates place us
by
some
John
4
Araki.
hours from Earth.
Again, not the cent not removed. Thank you again, John Araki. No kissing Dax yet, but nevertheless. John DeMarco says, oi, son of a bitch. Those are my pronouns, oi and son of a bitch. Kronos says, good ones. And Kronos says, wow, 9 losers waiting for a live stream. Thank you, Kronos. Kronos says, I'm a loser, baby. Why would you say that? And another $1 super chat from Forza Jersey. Thank you, Forza Jersey. Thank you so much. Kronos says, hey to Hakeem. Who comes up with these names? Hakeem says, hello to Kronos. Kronos says, oh, some dirt from the government. Give me back my money. Hakeem says, I bet there's a group that wastes our tax dollars on these theme days, lol. Kronos says, yeah, the government can't spend people's money correctly. And I said we'd be probably closer to 15 minutes. Kronos says, Bird can type, and he waves. John DeMarco confirms I can type on occasion. Kronos says, I have Bird trust issues. At least he's watching
Captain's
Deep Space
log,
Nine.
stardate 7414.1.
John Araki with another $1 super
Our best
chat.
estimates place us
Thank you so
some 4
much,
hours from
guys.
Earth.
I guess you guys are buying yourself a kissing Dax, even if it doesn't come up on its own. Kronos says, Rom was really different from first season of DS9. Yes, the Rom character changed considerably during the run of Deep Space Nine. John Araki says, filmed in front of a live audience. There was no Star Trek filmed in front of a live audience, so that would be fun. Kronos says, live studio audience with clapping seals. I miss the days of sitcoms, and I hope Mamo Prey has a tail today. We'll see.
I've been monitoring your
Kronos.
communications
We'll see.
with Starfleet Command.
And Kronos asked, did anyone check my pulse? To which I initially replied, I'm doing it now and it's 95. But YouTube deleted my own comment for some reason. And I said, hello world, just to make sure I was still connected. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Birdo Pray 5 in chat. Greetings, Mike Richards. Kronos says, hey to Mike. Kronos says, Bird's knowledge of YouTube, of O2. Bird is getting knowledge of YouTube. Forza Jersey says, can we bring back Kissing Dax Friday with a $2 super
Scanning.
chat?
Indications
Thank you
negative
so much,
at this
Forza
time.
Jersey. And John Araki with another $1 super chat. Thank you. Well, Forza Jersey got eyebrow Dax. Eyebrow Dax, so maybe. John Araki got Shran. Maybe you guys will get Kissing Dax. You'll see. Otherwise, I'll nudge it to happen. The extended Kissing Dax cut. Mike Richards says, hail to mighty Kronos. What's a normal pulse rate? Asked Kronos. 60-ish. Well, it varies by person, but I did hear 60 is about normal. My normal's closer to 85. Kronos says, what's a hummingbird's normal rate? Yeah, 20,000 sounds about right. And Kronos says, it's official. He has a pulse. Mike Richards asks, what's the airspeed of a unladen swallow? To which, who was it? John DeMarco asked, African or European, which is, of course, the actual thing to ask. Jedi Bill says, Qapla, Berto Prey, hail, Karoga. Hail to you, Jedi Bill. Thank you for being here. Jedi Bill also says, hey to Kronos. Oh, Kronos also asked what type of swallow. Thank you. Kronos says, yes, that. Mike Richards says greetings to John DeMarco, who says hello
Could take
back.
weeks, sir.
Kronos says, son of a bitch, I was watching DS9. John Aragi with another $1 super chat. Thank you so much, guys. No Dax yet. No Dax. Bradley Briggs says, yup, zup, y'all, zup, Bradley. Kronos shakes fist at Bird for some reason. Jedi Bill with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Jedi Bill. And John Araki with another $1 super chat. Mama Pray is going to wonder where all these dollar bills coming from, if there were dollar bills and not, just numbers on a spreadsheet somewhere. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, all you guys. I feel like I'm dancing. No, never mind.
I've been monitoring your communications with Starfleet Command.
Kronos'
Captain.
bird is quasi early and or late. Indeed, I was. Captain Fandom Nerd says hello, Qapla. Captain. Richie Poole says Qapla, Richie Poole. Captain Fandom Nerd says hello to John. John Araki says hashtag cancel bird debt. I just got to buy a few more things, then you can cancel my debt. Antidote of Jill is driving and listening. Qapla, Antidote of Jill, who did her own long stream today on Denise Crosby. It was nice to listen to. John Araki with another $1 super chat. Thank you again. He's really looking for that kissing Dax. I hope you get it. I really do. It means so much more when you get it yourself, right? Kronos' bird doesn't deserve money. Wow, Kronos, that's cold. That's cold. I deserve to live in a world that's beyond money. Mike Richards is Schrodinger's bird, both late and early. And you'll never know if you don't check in. John DeMarco says hello to Captain. Kronos says, why is Bird not on a Klingon ship? To that I already explained. Why is the volume so low? I just put the volume up, Kronos. I don't know what to tell you. Is it really low? No one else seems to be complaining. Bridgie Poole says, Sassy is superior. She is the Opre overlord. This is true. Words and Pictures is Qapla to pray. Good to see you. Good to be here. Good to have you here, Words and Pictures. Andrew of Jill says, yay, we did it. Congratulations. What's it? Kronos says, what is it, Jill? Brainy hurts. John Araki says, for women. All women are equal. The ones with penises, the ones with uteruses, the ones wearing veils. Indeed, indeed. Kronos says, I smell toast. And John Araki with another super chat. Thank you. Another $1. Another chance at kissing Dax. Kronos smells toast. Mike Richards, when I think too hard, I smell frying bacon. Kronos says, the waiting is the hardest part. John Araki says, Bird is on that salty tracker schedule. What are you talking about? Salty tracker schedule. I think Salty's at a men's retreat today. Whatever the hell that means. Sounds a little fishy if you know what I'm talking about. Men's retreat. Oh, Jesus Christ. Poor Mrs. Auntie, Mrs. Salty. That's why she really likes Dr. Alex. Dr. Alex, you better get to Tennessee quickly. John DeMarco says National Bird changes the start time today. That's every day. No, it's not called Squirtle, Kronos. It's called Wordle. Inflation made vowels more expensive, said Kronos. Did it? Like on Wheel of Fortune? I wouldn't be surprised. Words and Pictures says, hey, that's me in the second line. of Wordle. Very cool. That's right. Kronos says, hey to words. You are special. Gorilla says, Oprah. Oh, these are guesses at the words. Kronos says, gross. John DeMarco says, minor, not minor. John Araki, 7 upgraded than Sprite. Another $1 super chat by John Araki. Crazy, man. Crazy. This is nuts. Syphilis says Qapla from Australia again. Qapla, Syphilis, friendinos. Friendos. Maybe the friendos ate your baby. No, that doesn't sound right. Words and Pictures says, hey to Captain Phantom Nerd. Kronos says, hey to Aussie, oh, Syphilis. Gorilla says, radio. Kronos says, world. Oh, there's an I, yes. Pryor thought Mike Richards. Kronos says he doesn't have prions. That's good that you don't have them. They're deadly, if I recall. Words and Pictures thought it was irons. Then it was irony. Yes, irony. Kronos is smart, says Richie Poole. Kronos says Mike did. Richie Poole says Kronos is less smart. Syphilis says he did. Kronos says, oh wait, Sith did. Syphilis wins. Kronos corrected himself. And Carlo Albanese says, hail Karoga. Hail to you, Carlo. Forza Jersey says, Qapla, fellow loyal Karogans. Berto Praise, brother Qapla, Forza. Thank you for coming. Thank you for the super chat earlier. Richie Poole says, every day is cat day. That is true. Richie Poole wants to ban Kronos. And Kronos says, dang hippie spork. I was naughty. John Araki says, hashtag expired spam batters. Kronos likes rotten spam. That's nasty. Kronos says, it's a steak. Not it's a fake. John Araki says, non-binary binars. Oh my God. John Araki says, give us liberty or give us Dax. Kronos says he'd take Dax, but not Curzon Dax. Another super chat from John Araki. Thank you again, John Araki. I'm going to have to count these before the evening is through. I'm just curious on my own, for my own sake. Kronos says, because YouTube sucks. That's why there's a cent missing. John DeMarco says there was some amusing rom-com episodes in DS9. Carlo likes the bridge background. Thank you, Carlo. I got it set up the other day. I use it in my review of Lower Decks, which I published yesterday. Lower Decks started, for those who don't know. Season 3 is now on Paramount Plus.
Who's been holding up the
for
damn
those here
elevator?
in the USA. And I quite like the first episode, but check out the review if you get a chance. Jedi Bill with $1.50 super chat. Qapla Jedi Bill, thank you again. You guys are going crazy. And John Araki with another $1 super chat. Oh my God. Oh my God. Apu was a hummingbird once, says Kronos. You know, I don't recall that episode, but I believe you. Forza Jersey says bridge background is the best. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Kronos says Bill is rich.
Captain's log stardate
Gorilla says the speed of a
7414.1.
swallow depends
Our
on
best
how
estimates
relaxed
place us some 4
the
hours from
throat
Earth.
is. Knew it was going to go that way. Kronos says 30% goes to Alphabet. This is true. Oh, wait, Alphabet. Yeah, Google. Carlo Albanese calls me a stripper because I'm getting all these dollars. Kronos says Monty Python was never prawn. I was evil back in the minutes, says Kronos. It's really low, he says, the audio, the volume. You can increase the volume on your speakers.
I've been monitoring your communications with Starfleet Command, Captain.
What the hell? John Araki again. Another super chat. Cronus says, my ears are going bad. They might be. Scythila says, it's both Dog Day and Women's Day today. Yes, but not Women's Dog Day. Why not that? This is why. Well, actually, we're going to talk about that in a minute. Can I make bitch jokes? You know what, Kronos? You can, because that was what I was already thinking in my head. But I thought better of it. So I didn't say it myself. But now that you've said it, well, I can't be blamed. Kronos is yelling about his ears. Mike Richards says the volume seems normal over there. LDG is free. The net is waving. Welcome, LDG. Kronos says, hey to pickles. Kronos says, poor Ebony mom. Yes, Salty's at his men's day or whatever. Kronos says, bird is getting rich by snorting oxygen. That is true. Oh, look, it's a little out of my nose. Carl Albanese says, like a poor marksman, you keep missing the target. John Aragi says, AOC is going to send Bird a carbon tax bill for his oxygen tank. It's actually not a tank, it's a
Scanning.
It's a compressor.
Indications negative at this time.
It's an oxygen concentrator. Antidote Jill threw in $1.49. Thank you, Antidote Jill, for the super chat. Wow, I'm feeling like a rock star today. Carlo Albanese says it's time for work. Have a good night. Thank you, Carlo, for dropping by. Carlo says, praise the soup. Enjoy a good brew. And as always, hail Caroga. Thank you, Carlo. Crono says, I would like to see Berto Prey eat that can of Spam. Maybe one day, Kronos. Maybe one day. Kronos says, peeps are mostly crazy. Mike Richards says, hashtag Birdo Payday. Scythilis says, I enjoyed Birdo Prey's Lower Decks review yesterday. Thank you, Scythilis. And Kronos says, you don't remember the Apu hummingbird scene? You know, Kronos, I don't, not offhand. Richie Poole says 2150 in super chats by his count. 2250 now. Rock Solid says, Bird of Prey, you don't have all your alerts turned on. No StreamYard donations coming through. Huh. I have StreamYards up. I'm surprised that they're not coming through. But thank you, Rock Solid, if you sent one. This is most confusing because it's literally StreamYards that I have open. How would I see them? Give me 1 second and I will see what I can find. Kronos lols. Kronos says, not all women are bitches. No, of course not. Of course not. Words and Pictures says, Women's Equality Day was going to be yesterday, but they couldn't get ready in time. I can't make that joke on a day where I myself was late. Kronos says, is there anyone here named Karen? You know what? For all mankind, there's a Karen character, and she actually is not a Karen. She's just named Karen. Dan Ben says hello. Welcome, Dan Ben. Jill is also rich, says Kronos. John Aragi says DAX inflation. We're getting 8.1% less DAX. Let's go, Brandon. Dan Ben says he has some question on Lower Decks episode 1. I'll go ahead and ask Dan Ben, but please don't, if you can, don't spoil the episode for people who haven't yet seen it. YouTube Bots donated $1.49, and they did it in binary. So let's see what the binary input convert. YouTube Bots says they want their kissing Dax in their bot language. You guys will get it very soon. Dax back better. says John Iraqi. Richie Poole says Kronos is the Vulcan word for Karen. Kronos yells, Khan! Kronos, I don't act like that while on Vulcan. Dan Bed says, is the hummingbird scene when James Wood works at the Quickie Mart and they look at Apu on the black and white video security recording? I don't recall it. Kronos says, a nice Karen, nice. A good Karen, nice. John Araki says, the Kurogan hello is so late, it's customarily accepted as a goodbye. That's funny. Kronos says, bring back Futurama. Richie Poole wants Dear Bop. And John Araki with another $1 super chat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, you know what? We're going to give him Kissing Dax, regardless of the fact that he has yet to get it. Dan Venn says, was the Lower Decks opening sequence difference to season 2? And this is actually a question I answered in my review of Lower Decks. And yes, there was at least one difference in the opening credits. So I'm not going to tell you what it was here, but if you're curious, you can watch my review and I point it out. Now, when I start the review, I say the opening credits looked pretty much the same. But then once like 2 minutes later in the review, I caught that there was indeed a difference, and I told you what it was. There might have been more differences, but I only saw one difference. One scene with a difference. You guys, maybe there's others. Okay, so listen. Thank you guys for the super chats. Here is what you want. Enjoy. And Richie Poole says the super chat total is now $1,005.49. I don't think that's true. And Chrono says this was back when Apu was cool. Apu has always been cool. Holy crap, Jedi Bill gifted 5 memberships. 5 memberships, guys. If you got a membership from Jedi Bill, please thank Jedi Bill. I'm thanking you, Jedi Bill. If you're not sure what a gifted membership is, click on the gift icon at the top of the chat, and you might have to turn on that you accept gifted memberships. YouTube will gives them out to the people here that they think are most likely to benefit from them, supposedly. It's a quasi-random thing where it gives it out somewhat randomly, but with a few factors built in, like the more time on the channel, the more you interact with the channel, the more likely you are to get a gifted membership. So thank you so much, Jedi Bill. It's a 1-month gift. After that, it goes away. Nobody obviously doesn't tie you into anything. It just next time we do our members only stream, which will be the first Tuesday of September, you're more than welcome to come to that. Hopefully there'll be some other member only content going out now that I'm doing reviews again. There'll be, yes, Mama Pray. The second Tuesday of September, not the first Tuesday, the second Tuesday of the month is when we do our members only chats. Dan Ben says, in the episode, Tandy takes a photo of Rutherford using a Starfleet pad, but no camera on the back. How does it take a photo? Well, how does it take a photo? Probably sensors. Like, why in the future the camera doesn't need to be, something you see. It could just be the inside. Bradley Briggs is one of the people, perhaps, who got a new membership, because I see they're a new member. Qapla, Bradley, thank you so much, or for accepting. Thank you, Jedi Bill, for the gift. Richie Poole may have miscounted. John Aragi says, booyah. Dan Ben, right, asked that. Kronos has so much tongue. Dan Ben will check in your review later. Thank you, Dan Ben. Kronos says, Bill is crazy. Daniel's Hot Topics is National Dog Day. What's that? Today is National Dog Day. It's the day you celebrate your dog. And I saw your dog earlier on Sci-Fi Nation stream, early this morning. Daniel, congrats you. What day here? 5 years old. Happy birthday to your dog. Bill is crazy, says Kronos. Bradley Briggs was gifted a membership by Jedi Bill. He was the first person to turn in his gifted membership. Thank you, Bradley, but thank you, Jedi. Kronos says, hey to Daniel. Bradley Briggs is laughing. Kronos says, what year is this? And Bradley Briggs says, yes, thank you very much to Jedi Bill. Oh, it's so sweet. You feel like a Twitch. On Twitch, they've had gifted memberships forever. I didn't know it was a thing, but YouTube decided to take it from Twitch, decided to copy Twitch. And it only became public, I don't know, like a month or two ago. So, okay. Let's head on over to the web browser. And let's take a look at the days today. The first place on what day is today on nationaltoday.com. At least they I don't know, they put it in days of importance, in order of importance. How do you think they decide in what way to list them? I don't know. But August 26th, National Dog Day. What would we do without man's best friend? It's also National Cherry Popsicle Day. Cool down with the reigning nobility of the popsicle world, the cherry popsicle. Cherry is the best flavor, obviously. Remember Lifesavers? You used to be able to get, Lifesavers. And then you used to be able to get wild cherry Lifesavers. Only cherry Lifesavers. There was no other flavor of Lifesaver that you could get alone except just cherry, which is obviously proof that the cherry flavor is the best flavor. What did we just get? Another? Something else? Did John Araki do something? Something popped up on the screen, but it doesn't seem to have been listed in the, I don't know. Thank you, whoever, John Araki, what is it? John Araki became a member. Oh, thank you, John Araki. I assume you may have got one of the memberships, gifted members, perhaps. Thank you, John Araki. And thank you again, Jedi Bill, for it. Okay, let's, so National Cherry Popsicle Day. National Day of Repentance. Join us as we observe Papua New Guinea's National Repentance Day. Oh, we got some thunder outside. Yes, God. I want to be talking about repentance with an angry God outside my window. National Kelly Day. Kelly was originally a boy's name, but today it's more common as a girl's name. Will that be true one day with National Michael's Day in 100 years, or maybe 20 years? Well, there'd be a lot of girl Michaels. It'll be like Michael used to be a guy's name on National Michael Day. So I didn't know. I had no idea Kelly used to be a boy's name. Well, you know what they say. Never mind. Never mind. Boys used to be boys and girls used to be girls too. Now it really doesn't matter, does it? National Logan Day. Today we celebrate the name Logan, which is fun, quirky, and gender neutral. Did you know Logan was gender neutral? Apparently, no. Because what the fuck does it matter if Kelly was a boy's name and Michael was a boy's name and it was a girl's name? Any name can be gender neutral if you don't give a shit about gender. Logan, what? Can't think of a single female that's ever had the name Logan. Anyway, National Spark the World Day. Today is to you, it's a kind word. To them, it's a spark to reach their full potential. I don't even know what the hell they're talking about. National Toilet Paper Day. Yes, we're still on August 26th. It's so many days. So many days. National Toilet Paper Day. This is an annual observance to commemorate the essential invention for personal hygiene. Yes, it was very essential until all the stores were sold out. Then people had to start thinking of other things. National Web Mistress Day. A web mistress is a woman who designs, develops, markets, and maintains websites. No, false. That's a webmaster. Okay? Webmaster is gender neutral. There's no reason that a woman can't be a webmaster. A web mistress sounds like a porn star. Like, oh, you want to go to my OnlyFans? It's also, what the fuck is this? Tracky Dack Day? To understand Tracky Dack Day, first know what Dack is in Australian English, slang for trousers. Oi! They want to talk about Australian, eh? Dack is slang for trousers. I had no idea. I have to wear my Dack while the dingoes and the koalas and the roos chase me through the outback. And only now. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 10th thing. The 10th thing for today. Women's Equality Day. Observe the achievements of women's rights activists and the unique daily struggles that women face. The unique daily struggles that women face. The unique daily struggles that women face. Women are 51% of the population. If they all face the same struggles, that would not be unique. That would be a struggle faced by the majority of the human population. It's the exact opposite of unique. It would be a common struggle. How can women have a unique struggle? If it's something common to all women, then it's common to everybody on the fucking planet. More than half the planet would face that struggle. You can't have it both ways. But I think we're all in agreement. Women, congratulations. You got your equality, I would argue, 20, 30 years ago. But if I wasn't right, certainly today. Certainly today. And that's it. That's it. It's some famous people's birthdays. But all the national days, Women's Equality Day, not my fault, but listed last. 2,000 shares for Women's Equality Day, 37,000 shares for National Dog Day. It's not my fault. This is just the facts. It's just the facts. Now, no, this isn't listed by the number of shares because National Cherry Popsicle Day, only 107 shares, and they were the second. They were number 2. So anyway, what do we got? Kronos is telling me to repent. Wesley Crusher's in the house. Qapla Wesley says, greetings, everyone. Can't stay. And he puts in all the emojis and says, Dear Bop. John Araki got the gifted membership from Jedi Bill. Thank you again, Jedi. Kronos says, Cherry Pie Day, not cherry pie. Cherry Popsicle. Kronos says he should work for the government. Useless jobs. Thomas Potts says Dr. Crusher was a woman and a dog. That's terrible, Thomas. I actually think Dr. Crusher was quite attractive. She, especially in the earlier seasons. Yeah. Chrono says repent. Dan Ben says, I think England, we call lifesavers soothers or throat sweet. The flavor I have is black currant. I've had cherry before. Okay, but here, Lifesavers is a brand name. It's a specific, a very specific candy. So I understand what you're saying. Chrono says Logan was a good movie. That's true. Richie Poole says Michael is a girl's name. Chrono says Spark this fart. That's nasty. Dan Ben says unisex. Hakeem says Logan is in no way gender neutral, though Dan Ben talks about Logan's Run. I honestly never saw a Logan's Run. I had no idea who Logan was. I assumed it was a he. Kronos is single female lawyer wanting lots of sex. Bring back Futurama. John DeMarco says, seems like a web mistress is something you shouldn't advertise. Exactly. Exactly. At least not on the regular internet. On the adult internet, perhaps. Dan Ben says, we also need wet wipes. I'm sure there's a wet wipes day. Kronos says, wow, something happened. Thomas says, did you say porn or pawn? You'll just have to figure it out. Thomas Bott says hello to Jedi Bill. Richie Poole says, Bird of Prey, did you fall for it and hoard the toilet paper like so many others did, thus making a shortage a reality? Yes, Richie, we did. We did. In fact, Mamo Prey announced just a few weeks ago that we finally ran out of the toilet paper we had stockpiled. And it was the first time in a year plus she had to actually order toilet paper. Andrew Jill says, I skip all of that and call myself a software engineer, but webmaster is fine. Never heard of web mistress. That is crazy. And Andrew Jill, if you did call yourself a web mistress, I would think you were running a side business that your husband might not be too appreciative of. But you would probably get a lot of business just because, you know, us guys we're terrible people sometimes. Kronos loves the pay gap. Kronos, if only. If only. John DeMarco says rant time. Yitza Lemon says hashtag catcalling is worse than murder. It's true. It's true. It is, Yitza. It is. Richie Poole says bird rant. Kronos says wow. John Araki says the thigh gap is greater than the pay gap. Mind the gap, says Kronos. John DeMarco says, didn't you know women control their anger infinitely more than you do, Bird? Apparently, John. Apparently. Chrono says Kuroga is to blame. Mike Richards says it's not my fault. Han Berto. Chrono says Dr. Crusher was hot. Yeah, I think she was. John DeMarco says not when Q turned her into a dog. Did Q turn her into a dog? I must have forgotten that episode. Chrono says she should have been demoted several times. That's true. When she threw away her life to date a ghost, to live with a ghost lover. And when she invited all those scientists on board the Enterprise and then did a autopsy without the approval, in fact, specifically against the wishes of the family of that alien. Now, granted, it turned out that she was right to do the autopsy in that, it prevented a murder or whatever, or there really wasn't a murder. But still, that's the ends justifying the means. Probably not the best lesson you want to teach. John Araki says, Bird needs to review She-Hulk. The problem with John Araki is I just don't care about the movie, about the show. So I'm not going to have any. I mean, I watched the first 15 minutes and I turned it off. I turned it off exactly when she started saying that women are much better at controlling their rage than men because of women, basically that women have to live their entire lives as if they're in fear and all this bullshit. And it's total and complete bullshit. And I turned it off. I don't give a shit about Marvel. I don't care about the MCU so much. The only thing I cared about, that MCU died. It's over. It was nice while it lasted. I don't care about what we see now. And I just, it's just not interesting. Kronos says, does Mamo Prey have a tail? I don't think so, Kronos. In fact, I think Mamo Prey is napping. So you gotta let Mamo Prey nap. Kronos says, mistresses have hobbies. They can. Captain Phantom Nerd wants me to review She-Hulk. I just, like I said, Captain, if I don't care, if I don't have anything invested in the show, it's not going to make me upset. I mean, I checked it out in case it happened to be a good show, and it wasn't, so I'm not. I mean, I'm also not watching the new Game of Thrones, whatever that is. But, I mean, that show, if I did watch it, and I disliked it, at least I could probably find some passion for hating it. Hakeem says, only fangirls, webmistresses. OnlyFans, so OnlyFans girls, webmistresses. You could call them that, Hakeem. John DeMarco says, the rants would be epic if Bird would review She-Hulk. Maybe I'll watch an episode and see what there is. But like I said, from the first episode, it was just like, I don't even care. Like, turn it off. Mike Richards says, Ghost Lover, next on HBO. Kronos is green as a thing. John Araki says, why did Albany pass a law banning the sale of whipped cream to anyone younger than 21? Actually, I was going to bring that up today, John Araki. Yes, I was reading the news today. I found out New York State, it is illegal to buy whipped cream if you're under 21 because, kids under 21 are using it to get high. They call it whippets because of the nitrous oxide gas they use in the can, makes them high. Apparently, it's a problem that goes away the moment you hit 21. The day you hit 21, it is then impossible, I guess, to get high off of a whipped cream can. So it's perfectly fine for anyone 21 and older, but it is completely against the law for anyone a day under 21 to buy whipped cream in New York State. Rip Whippet, says Kronos. And New York is retarded. Not just New York, our governor, Kronos. Our governor, who also told the 5.4 million registered Republicans in New York State to just leave. She told us, she's like, if you're a Republican in New York State, just move to Florida and get out. You're not wanted. You're not wanted. I'm glad she's being honest. I'm 100% got to applaud her for her honesty. She's the first governor in a long time to say, just get the fuck out. We don't want you here. She said, in fact, that's exactly what she said. We don't want you here. Go to Florida. That's where you belong. Now, I don't know that I belong in Florida. It's too fucking hot. But I would get out if I could. I would get out if I could. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. Tomorrow is my 57th birthday. The fire department is on standby. 47 Yorktown. Since I'm probably not streaming tomorrow, maybe I'll do a poker stream at some point, but I don't think you'll see you. I'm going to sing you happy birthday. A very happy birthday for 47 Yorktown. A day early, but please enjoy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear 47 Yorktown. Happy birthday to you. Thank you, 47 Yorktown, for celebrating your birthday a day early here on the Wordle Pray 5 channel. Hello, young sir. Don't worry, 47. 57 is still young enough. Young enough. Kronos says, I don't believe in political climate change as well. Well, it's your choice, Kronos. Whip it good, says Kronos. John DeMargo says, this is why we can't have nice things. Jedi Bill says, happy birthday one day early to 47. Kronos says, leftoids can't leave anything alone. Well, let's face it, Kronos. On the right, our side gets into things too. I want a side that just leaves everything alone. Okay? Maybe you undo a few things, but that's it. No new laws. No new laws. Period. Murder Hornet returns, says Yo Qapla. Murder Hornet. I was on your channel the other day, and I saw your video of the bus stop, and I was laughing hysterically as you were. I felt bad, but you were showing the line for the bus, and you were like, I don't care what these people do. I'm going to just push my way through. I'm going to get on this bus. And like this line is a block long, and you're just waiting on the other side to push yourself on the bus to get to your doctor's appointment. I hope it went well. I was laughing my ass off, and I hope you're okay, and I hope you made your bus. Kronos says, I don't belong in Texas either, but it's tempting. Yeah, it is. Again, though, Texas, too hot. Too hot. John DeMarco says, happy early birthday to 47. Murder Hornet lives in Brownsville, Texas. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. A little too close to the border. Well, Texas has been busing their illegals to New York City. We've had, I don't know, over 400 buses or something have reached the city from Texas. And they're sending the Texas governor to say, well, if New York City says that they'll accept the immigrants, the illegal undocumented immigrants, that they're just sending busload of illegals here. And it's, I don't know, but it's working, I guess, because they're leaving Texas and New York has got to pay for them. Honestly, I applaud the Texas governor for it. And at some point, I don't know if New York City and New York State are eventually going to say, stop it, we can't take no more, or what they're going to do, because they're displacing actual New Yorkers now to make room for the illegal and undocumented. And just to be clear, the undocumented and illegal people coming in are generally not, generally have no, no vaccination against the virus. But they're allowed to come right to New York City. Get on the bus, get off in the center of New York City, and right into a building, and they find them housing, which is probably a shitty hotel that they pay for, that the city pays for. And maybe it's a nice hotel. Sometimes it's a nice hotel. And they go in and they live their life. It doesn't cost them a dime. Meanwhile, a millionaire tennis player who would pay to New York City tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes for a single tennis match, they're not allowed to come into New York City because they chose not to get vaccinated, even though they already had the virus. They have the same fucking antibodies they would otherwise have if they had been vaccinated. But because they choose not to get vaccinated, New York City says, we don't want you here. You're not allowed to come here. And we don't want your tax money that you would bring to the city. You mean you're just giving the city thousands and thousands of dollars if they came to play here? No, you're not allowed. But we'll take in hundreds of illegals with no vaccination records whatsoever. They're welcome. They are welcome. You are not. So fucking crazy. So effing crazy. Cronus says Florida is too hot and humid. Cronus says the mayor is a wreck. The governor's a wreck, Kronos. I think the governor is worse than the mayor. The governor is worse than the mayor. What a dink, says Kronos. And Kronos says, yay, ranto pray. And I'm listening, guys. If you're not here for politics, I'm sorry. I don't want to go into it that much, but I live here and it's ridiculous. Okay. It's ridiculous to me. It's ridiculous to Mamo Pray. I don't know how anybody puts up with this anymore. If you think I'm crazy, any of the times I have an open panel, I welcome you to come up and tell me why you think I'm crazy. I actually will listen. I will listen. I mean, I hope you can do something, but anyway. What was this? Yeah, this was it. Governor Kathy Hochul calls for 5.4 million Republicans to leave New York. It's dangerous and disgusting. Well, I don't care about the opinion here. I just care about the facts. Governor Kathy Hochul had won for the state's Republicans this week. All 5.4 million of them, quote, just jump on a bus and head down to Florida where you belong, okay? She said, you are not New Yorkers. Well, guess what, Kathy? If I ever did go to Florida or somewhere else, I wouldn't be taking a bus. I'd be flying. So fuck you. Fuck you, okay? I don't need a bus if I want to go somewhere. I bet most of the 5.4 million others also wouldn't consider bus to be the quickest way out of the state. We'd probably first would be drive ourselves, then would be fly. Bus, no. I'm sorry. I'm not coming here from a third world country via some other state. I don't need to take the bus. I'm not a college student that don't have any money. Although I'm still not going to have any money, even if you refund my college. I paid my loans. So I'm not going to get any money back from the I didn't have to. I didn't have to pay my loans. I could have used that money for something else. I could have used the money I paid my loans. I could have used for hookers or liquor, drugs, or Legos, flying somewhere. I could have used it for a nicer car. But I chose to pay down my student loans because they were a debt. And stupid me said, well, the sooner I pay them off, the more money I'll save. Not ever thinking that had I just not paid them off, we would be stupid enough to elect somebody who would tell us they would just erase our debt. And we're like, oh, yeah, that seems like a good idea, as inflation has already made the fucking cost of a fucking McDonald's Happy Meal like $10 fucking dollars for a fucking McDonald's fucking Big Mac meal. What the fuck? What's it gonna go up to 20 fucking bucks? You're gonna need a fucking $20 bill to get a goddamn Big Mac, medium fries, and a fucking Coke? We're halfway there. We're halfway there. Technically more than halfway. And now you're going to just fucking, and the people paying for the college tuition were the idiot, I say idiots, were the people who decided not to go to college because they thought they were going to have to pay the fucking debt. They made the correct decisions in many cases, but that was based on the false notion that if you borrow money, you've got to pay it back. They were idiots, apparently. Had they been smart, they would have realized, hey, I can just rack up a debt and it'll just go away magically if I vote for the right people. It's the fucking inmates running the asylum, and it's the death of democracy is when, I don't even know if that's real. I've always heard that it was a Greek, I don't know, ancient Greeks realized that democracy dies when the people realize they can vote themselves money. I don't know if it's real. It sounds like something that's probably made up. But if it's true, I believe it. So trackmovie.com, in other news, Denise Crosby hints Tasha Yar will appear in Star Trek Picard season 3. And what's interesting is that she says Tasha Yar will appear in Picard, not that Denise Crosby, will appear. Because I know a lot of people out there are thinking that Denise Crosby would reprise her role as the Romulan, I forget her name, as the half Romulan, but the Romulan woman who is the baddie in TNG, that she would be back. And while that would make the most sense, perhaps, Denise Crosby specifically said Tasha Yar will appear. So could she have been off? Could she have been lying? Could she have been, just not thinking correctly? And it is the Romulan version of her? That's all possible. So I don't know. But what was also interesting was that when she was asked about this 6 months ago, she said that the time had already passed, that production was already over, and she wasn't in Picard season 3. Now she is in Picard season 3. So it seems like if she has a role, it's a peripheral role. They brought her in after the fact, maybe. Like maybe she's not really in the main storyline. They added a scene or something to give her. I don't know. I don't think she's got a central role. Let's just say that much. We probably see her, but I guess it'll just be a couple of minutes is my guess. But we still got quite a ways to go before we'll know for sure. What do we got here? Okay, here you see Kronos. I had it. Turns out it's illegal for people under 21 to buy canisters of whipped cream in New York, and there's signs are going up in supermarkets. Effective 8/12/2022, we will be IDing for whipped cream. Must be 21 years of age. IDing for whipped fucking cream. This one was interesting. Moderna sues Pfizer and BioNTech for patent infringement over COVID vaccine. Now that the money's not coming in as fast as it has been, Moderna is deciding, you know what? Even though we told people they could use the patents for our medication to get the COVID vaccines out. Now we think we're going to just sue everybody. So, yeah. I don't care. I actually don't care. It's funny to read, but I just don't give a shit. Thomas Bott says, Bird of Prey, there are many reasons why you are crazy. Okay. It's true. There are many reasons I am crazy. Kronos is nice ranting. Don't be sorry. Daniel's Hot Topic says, do you think the dark-haired lady is hot, Bird? Who do you think that dark-haired lady? Who's the dark-haired lady? I'm sorry. The dark-haired lady? This lady on National Kelly Day? That's the only dark-haired lady. Or this lady on National Webmistress Day? I'll be honest. They're both hot. They're both hot. I don't know. If those are what you mean, I'm not fully sure. Kronos says, who Legos are cool with beer? Wow, here we go. Daniel's Hot Topic says, or you could have used that money to buy video games. You're damn right. I could have bought video games. I could have bought an Xbox, a PlayStation, 2 or 3, whatever they were up to. Kronos is living on a prayer. Mike Richards is laughing. John Iraqi says, hashtag Grant Lives Matter. John DeMarco says, don't mince words, Bird. What do you really think? Kronos is more like a trade school. Make more trade schools. Absolutely. We need more trade schools. You know who I'd put in charge of education? Mike Rowe. Mike Rowe, he knows what's up. He's behind a big push to get more people into apprenticeships, to get more people to do the jobs that we need done. Plumbers, electricians, people work with their hands, carpenters, dirty jobs, but jobs that need done, okay? Not every fucking job. You know, it shouldn't be everybody's dream to have a fucking corner office in a skyscraper looking down on a fucking city. No, that's not, it was never my dream job. I wanted to be an engineer, but I didn't want to be a fucking engineer that sits in a fucking cubicle or even an office and look down on a fucking city. That's not what I wanted to be. I wanted to be somebody who's out in the field, getting my hands dirty. That's where people matter. That's where things get done. John Araki says, they want you to eat bugs, not Big Macs. Yeah, they sure as hell do. Kronos says, it's the elites versus us. It is, Kronos. And don't get me wrong, I've lived amongst elites. They're not all bad people. They aren't. But the problem is a bad elite person has infinitely more political power than a non-elite person. Okay? If you're an elite person and you're not all right in the head, or you're an asshole, you can make the lives of millions of people shitty. If you're not elite and you are an asshole, you can make one person's, maybe two people's lives a day bad, shitty. And eventually you're going to get somebody who's a bigger asshole than you, and they're going to knock you out. If you're elite, you've got bodyguards. They can't take you out. Wesley, Bird is awake today and also angry. I'm really not angry, Wes. I'm just telling it how it is. Technically, everything is made up. That is true, Gorilla. That is true. John Araki says, I'd for whipped cream, but not to vote. You'd go out for whipped cream, but not to vote? Cinnabon Bunny says, hello, Cinnabon. Good luck on the Lego project. Been following it. Doesn't look like anything yet, but I hope it does soon. Cronus says, Bird of Prey, are you playing Angry Birds? Who would you be if you're playing Angry Birds? I don't know. The birds have names? I like the red bird. Cronus says, hey, bunny, witchy woman. Sing, eat, bird. Cronus says, I would have loved to learn welding. Welding, I feel like I would have burned myself. In fact, I did burn myself once. We were up welding pipes at the Adirondack house. And Mr. Awesome became a member. Thank you, Jedi Bill, for gifting Mr. Awesome. I think that's 3. There's still 2 more. 2 more people need to accept membership from Jedi Bill. Thank you guys so much, especially Jedi Bill. Anyway, I was up at the Adirondacks house with Dad O'Prey, and we were welding a pipe in, not like welding with a welding machine, but welding with a butane torch. And we turned it off, and I touched the fucking head with my finger, and oh my God, it hurt so much. A fucking water blister blew up on my finger. I was like 12 years old. I was crying. I admit it, I was crying. Mom O'Prey wasn't up there. She was in New York. She was in the city. I called her. Hey, baby, I burned my finger. And she was like, oh, okay. My dad cared, but he what the hell? He wasn't going to fucking kiss my finger and make it better. Wouldn't want him to. And he didn't offer. He doesn't man up, deal with it. Okay, I did. Still hurt. Never touched it again. So never happened again, knock wood. Scythilis says, I'm pretty sure you can't even get PS5 Australia still at the moment. I want to play Spider-Man, damn it. You can't get PS5s here either, Scythilis. They're not in stock. They're not. You have to get them on like eBay. Almost 2 hours and still no Dear Bops. 4:40. What are we? An hour, maybe an hour and a half. But I got you, Rock Solid. We'll get to the Dear Bops. Kronos says, at an earlier age. Kronos says, Bird of Prey, you could have told this to me years ago. I didn't hang myself. What? That you could have, I don't know. I'm not sure what you were talking about, Kronos. Kronos says, hey to Mr. Awesome. Dan Ben says, I played Star Wars Angry Birds video games once. Man, I used to play Angry Birds a lot when it was popular. Kronos says, burning is a thing, yes. I also like to cook, and sharp knives are dangerous. Kronos says, bird cries. I did. I used to cry a lot. Cinnabon says, walk it off. Funny, Kronos. Cinnabon, funny. Dan Ben, I don't think I have a button on Android to turn on accept gift giving. Oh, I'm sorry, Dan. I don't know how to do it. I have a brand account, and apparently I can't accept gifts as a brand account. So I know that could be a problem. Kronos says, walking sounds like work. I says, wow, Cinnabon, that's a low blow. Cinnabon says PS5 is a myth, like Australia. That's right. There's no such thing as PS5s. There's no such thing as Australia. Dan says an hour and a half. John Myers says all hail Sassy on her special day. Absolutely. And welcome, John Meyer. Qapla. Syphilis, are you saying Australia is a fake? I'm not saying it's a fake, but Cinnabon is. Cinnabon is. Okay, so let's go to Dear Bops, because Jesus Christ, 37 Dear Bops. But hey, rock solid, per your request. I made it less transparent. Per your request, I made it less transparent. But actually, before we start, I'm going to run a commercial or two. I got to Jaloja, and we'll be right back. I don't know if it's going to be loud or not.
We know you. Let it rain, you say to her. We'll have a wonderful day. And you pour the Almaden. Almaden Chenin Blanc. Fragrant, fresh, delicate. It's one of your favorites. We know the wine you like because we've been making wine longer than any other California winery. We know you. We make your wine.
I'm Maud Adams. For natural flavor, I like Cot a lot because Cot beverages are made with real honest-to-goodness fruit, like sweet, juicy oranges, tart lemons and limes, luscious strawberries and raspberries, and succulent grapes. 30 delicious flavors, including diet flavors, non-carbonated flavors, and the best root beer you've ever tasted. All natural, all great. Enjoy the good taste of Cot.
Natural tastes better, so it's got to be good. Tab Cola, what a beautiful drink. Tab Cola, for beautiful people. Tab Cola, you're beautiful to me. Real cola tastes just 1 calorie. Tab Cola, what a beautiful drink. Tab Cola, for beautiful people. Tab Cola, it's beautiful to be so good and sugar-free. Tab.
What's in this little blue egg that keeps Barbara Eden looking slim and trim?
Oh, there's only one answer to that. It's Legs Control Top Pantyhose. See, Legs slims and trims but doesn't bind. So you get comfort and control.
Stretching, bending, standing, sitting. There's one pantyhose that's always spinning. Nothing beats a great pair of legs.
The Computer Factory wants you to get the competitive edge with the Apple rebate sale. Purchase a qualifying Apple system now and get cash back. Buy the Apple IIgs for only $549
Missed the
after
80s
Apple
too.
rebate, or the Apple IIc for only $549 after rebate, or the powerful Macintosh Plus for only $1,449 after Apple rebate. Hurry in to your nearest Computer
I had
Factory
an
store
Apple
for their lowest
IIgs.
prices of the year on Apple. Plenty of stock on hand at all Computer Factory locations.
Okay. Dear Bob. Dear Bob. Wow, quite a bit of Dear Bops today. Okay. Let's start. Dear Bob, are you a native New Yorker? Actually, yes, I was born in Staten Island, which is technically one of the 5 boroughs. So I was born in New York. New York City, technically. And then I moved, I was born in Staten Island. My Mom O'Prey lived in Brooklyn with Dad O'Prey. So after a couple of days, I went right from Staten Island to Brooklyn, where then I grew up in Brooklyn. And I moved to Queens when I was like 21 or 22. I think I was 21. I moved to Queens. And I've been here ever since. I traveled quite a bit, but I never lived anywhere else. All my permanent residences were in New York City. whether it was Brooklyn or Queens. Dear Bop, Yonkers, Knockers. You know, I honestly don't think I've ever been to Yonkers. I've driven through it, perhaps, but I don't ever recall stopping in Yonkers for anything. LDG says, get that crap off the screen, talking about the Apple commercial. Kronos is lolling at the max. Dan Ben says, the Amber on TV when I was younger with legs was Andy McDowell. Kronos says, Mamo Pray awake yet? Yes, she just woke up, Kronos. Forza says, my dad had a Commodore 64. William Shatner was the pitch man for the ads. We had a Commodore 64 growing up. The Commodore 64 was in the living room. Then it was replaced with a Commodore 128. And then the Apple IIgs was my first computer. That was like my own computer, was in my bedroom. The Commodore was like that family computer. Forza says, my mom is from Staten Island. I grew up in in the New York metro area of New Jersey. And Kronos says, New York is like Moss Eisley? I know the name, but I don't really get what they are, Kronos. I'm sorry, what was this one? Yonkers, Knockers, yeah. I don't actually think I ever went to Yonkers.
I went to Yonkers.
You went to Yonkers?
Raceway.
Yonkers Raceway. Dear Bop, Monday's Dear Bop, why did you get a lot of them about penises? I don't understand why a grown person would send that. It's not something you talk about a lot. Yeah, I don't know either. Weird, though. What's this? Dear Bop, I noticed the Star Trek character name at the beginning of Lower Decks episode 3. Yes, I went into that in detail in my review of Lower Decks. So LQ Clemens, aka Sonny Clemens. I'm not going to go into it for those who don't know who he is. Watch my review, and I remind everybody who Sonny Clemens is. And I honestly think that was probably the funniest part of the episode, but you have to know who he was to get the joke. It was still a good episode overall, but it's certainly better for those who knew who he was. Kronos says, you'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. Bird doesn't like SW. Star Wars? Forza is laughing at Kronos. Dear Bop, so in Star Trek Lower Deck Season 1, Episode 3, the bottom of the news report, okay, you mean Season 3, Episode 1. At the bottom of the news report, at the beginning of the episode, it says Admiral Jellicoe is supposed to be Captain Jellicoe from TNG. Now he's an Admiral. Yes, again, I report that in my review of Lower Decks. I bring up Admiral Jellicoe is now Captain Jellicoe is now Admiral Jellicoe. It's in there. Dear Bob, hello world. Good news, everybody. Good news, everyone. Good to hear, I guess. I don't know what the good news is. And Kronos says Star Wars. Yes, SW equals Star Wars. Thank you. And Kronos is going to watch Lower Decks. Good, Kronos. Let me know if you like it. Dear Bob, my New Yorker to English dictionary is still broken. What is a bagada? A bagada? Is it unique to New York as breakfast tacos are to Austin? I have no idea what a bagada is. I've never heard one. Do you mean a bodega? A bodega is like a small supermarket, a store where you can buy food, and maybe it's got a small deli section. That's a bodega. Almost like a 7-Eleven, but not nearly as clean. Captain Fandom Nerd says, after the stream, watch this Star Trek Lower Decks Season 3, Episode 1 Grounded review. Spoilers. Thank you, Captain. Yes, that is my Lower Decks review. So I don't know what a bagada is. Bagada. I mean, Bagada with an OTA. I believe that was the name of a hotel in Atlantic City, but that's not New York City. I think that's the name from, what is it, Columbia? Columbia, this country, Columbia, the Bogota. I don't know. Dear Bob, New Yorker is still broken, but yeah, same one. Dear Bob, did Janeway murder Tuvix? I don't say she murdered him. She did end him, but I would say it's more accurate to say she rescued Tuvok and Neelix. Same question, same question, same question, same question. Wow. Same question, same question. Okay, let's delete. Okay, it was quite a few of them. For all did Janeway murder Tuvix. Okay, dear Bob, when are you going to run against AOC to get her out of Congress? I'm not in AOC's district. AOC, while she does have parts of Queens, it's nowhere near where I live. So I wouldn't want to live in her district. No offense to the people who live there. I mean, I'm sure there are nice places in her district, but they're all buildings. I like my, detached single family home, and they don't have those where she is. Rona says, you are welcome. Rona says, I didn't hate Boardwalk Empire. I didn't hate Boardwalk Empire either. 47 Yorktown says, hashtag Janeway did nothing wrong. Crono says, Janeway got away with a lot of stuff. John Araki says, Bagada breakfast tacos. Oh, Dr. Jill. I don't know what we're talking about. Sid the List says, wasn't there a story recently about SKME kid who lost his job because he got frustrated? Now I know what a bodega is. Yes. Which I don't know what it is either, but I thought I saw it on Bird of Prey 5 times. Yes, a 20-something or 20-something adult got fired from his job because he posted on social media. He's like, what the fuck are all these? I mean, he say, what the fuck? He says, the only place he can find food is a bodega. He's like, where is the Wegmans or something? And Wegmans is not a supermarket we have in New York.
Yes.
Do we have Wegmans?
Yeah, they opened one up in Brooklyn.
Okay, so there's one Wegmans, excuse me. Growing up, there were no Wegmans here. We're Key Food, Wallbound, ShopRite, okay? Wegmans, Publix, whatever the ones they have in Florida, Winn-Dixie. Yeah, those aren't places we usually have. So this kid was from somewhere, it wasn't the city. He was used to shopping in a supermarket, and he lived in the Bronx, and there's no big supermarkets around. And he didn't understand, where do people buy food? And he didn't get that's where people buy food, is in fucking bodegas. There are no fucking supermarkets. That's the problem. And he had a legitimate question but they went after him for daring to ask. Like, he didn't want to be a New Yorker who ate at a fucking bodega. He thought he was better than that, and they cut him down to size, and they had him fired. Should have been illegal what they did, but freedom of speech knows little bounds, especially when it's popular speech. When it's unpopular speech, you'll have your ass handed to you. Nicole Malo says, don't eat Taco Bell. Whatever they fry the nachos is nasty. I disagree. I would disagree completely. Dear Bob, when are you going to run AOC? I did that one already. Again, double, triple, quadruple, quintuple. Dear Bob, help. My girlfriend is PMSing right now, and I'm in the corner cowering as I throw chocolate at her, screaming, "Be gone, Satan!" But it's not working. What can I do? You wanna grind up some Motrin or something. I mean, first check with her doctor. Midol. Check with her doctor. Make sure there's no reason she can't have Midol. But you want to grind that up in a chocolate cake or something, and slip it to her, and should take the edge off. Then you get called away on a business trip for 3 to 5 days. Dan Benson, you guys got corner shops in England. Well, that sounds like it might be a bodega. Dear Bob, can you play Japanese games on American Nintendo systems? Your best person to ask about that would be Rock Solid, at the Rock Solid YouTube channel, ROXOLID, Rock Solid Productions. I'm guessing if there's a way, he probably made a video on it. Dear Bob, hi Bob. Hi Bob. Hey Kronos, there's something. Kronos, clean up on aisle 1, Kronos. John DeMarco got it. LDG says The Boys season 4 cast Jeffrey Dean Morgan. If only I knew who Jeffrey Dean Morgan was. Dear Bob, hey, it's your Uncle Paulie. I heard you won't take Mamo Prey to a casino. This makes your Uncle Paulie upset. You don't want to see Uncle Paulie upset, if you get my drift. Maybe you should fix that one. And then he spells capiche wrong. Capiche is spelt with a C, just so anybody out there, if you're not sure. It's spelt with a C, not a K. Kronos says, yay, Whack-a-bot, he was too slow. Dear Bob, is it possible to use an Xbox Series X or S controller on an original PlayStation or PS2? Yes, it is, and there's an adapter for it. And again, Rock Solid Productions recently put out a video about such an adapter. Apparently it works well. You should check it out. Kronos says, wow, Bird getting botted. It's rare. LDG says he plays Negan. Okay, so Negan from Walking Dead. That's the guy. I mean, okay. I don't get why it's exciting. Dear Bob, If you could have any of these, which would it be? All of them. I would have all of them. A Sega Nomad, a Sega Game Gear. I used to have a Game Gear. A JVC XI, a Nintendo Famicom disk system. Actually, I wouldn't give a shit about the Nintendo Famicom. It's not American. The Nintendo Virtual Boy, that's also just sounds stupid. The Sharp Famicom Twin, that sounds stupid. The Panasonic Q GameCube, I just kind of prefer the original GameCube. An Atari Jaguar, and a ZX Spectrum. I would take the Nomad, the Game Gear, the JVC, the GameCube, the Atari, and the ZX Spectrum, whatever those things are. And I believe Rock Solid has all of those systems. Crow says, I stopped watching The Walking Dead after a certain point. I believe everybody stopped watching The Walking Dead after a certain point. Son of a Red Shirt says, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is an American actor famous for his roles in The Walking Dead and The Watchmen. Sidla says, the Game Gear used to be so good. Yeah, but man, did it eat through batteries. 6 AA batteries. And in those days, those AA batteries, they weren't the lithium batteries that they have today. They did not last very long. Cronus says, that sounds like soft putty. Jedi Bill says, hello to Son of a Red Shirt. Yes, Son of a Red Shirt. Welcome. Son of a Red Shirt says, worthless. Nicole says, The Walking Deceased was a parody of The Walking Dead and funny as hell. Kronos still craves brains. Dear Bop. Goddamn, that's a lot of binary. What do we got? What do we got? Binary. Convert. Do you not have your Streamlabs alerts turned on? We submitted a Streamlabs donation and never saw it. We want our money back, YouTube bot. It came through. It just came through quite a bit later, YouTube bots. Maybe it took a while for your donation to be accepted, but it did come through. It did eventually come through. Thank you, and I apologize for the fact that it didn't come through as quickly as you would have preferred. Certainly, I would also prefer it to come through quickly. Dear Bop, who needs the Quickie Mart? I do. Yeah, who needs the Quickie Mart? Dear Bob, what is a Kronos? Is it like Kronos? Who would he misspells the Klingon? Kronos is the, with a K, is the English spelling of Kronos with a Q, which is the Klingon spelling of the same, of the planet the Klingons are from. Arabic Sander says Qapla Arabic. And we got another Dear Bop in binary. Let's see what this one says. Bert. We want kissing Jadzia Dax. It's good for you. It's good for us. It's good for the whales. And you got kissing Jadzia Dax. Thank you. And yes, it was good for the whales. Gracie even said so to Spock. Dear Bob, do you like Lower Decks that they use Type 2 phasers to remove and clean things? It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. I mean, the fact that phasers can do a bunch of things is fine with me. They have a setting that might work to clean. Sure. Right. They have a setting that can heat rocks. Like, what the hell? Why? How specific is it that they can heat rocks? Like, how often do you need to heat a fucking rock? That you have a setting on your phaser to heat a rock. So yeah, honestly, I just think it's a joke and it's fine. Chrono says whales can't talk. Gracie can. Gracie told Spock what she was thinking. Dear Bob, I can show you my member. Salty. No, I don't want to see your member. Go back to your men's retreat. Dear Bob, I can show you my member too. Fang bang. Oh, fuck. Dear Bob, in Karoga, men are men, and so are the women. No. No, okay? No. Men were men, and gals were girls. Okay? That's what we need. Like Herbert Hoover. We could use a man like Herbert Hoover again. Girls were girls, and men were men. That's what we need. That's what we need. I don't even know what that means.
I told you that was a god.
Oh, right. The old LaSalle ran great. Thank you, Mama Pray. Kronos got to whack a bot. Congratulations, Kronos.
I don't have a tail, but I have a question.
Oh, Mama Pray doesn't have a tail. She has a question. Yes, Mama Pray.
This comes up. Hi, everyone. You play old commercials.
Yes.
So I was thinking of, does anybody remember, oh God, the old chock full of nuts jingle?
The old chock full of nuts jingle.
Right.
Yes, I can look it up.
Oh, well, I know it. But my question was, if anybody out there does, do they know what the original words were?
The original words.
Yes. It was taken off the air because Chock full of nuts was sued by a certain family.
Chock full of nuts was sued by a certain family.
Because they used their name in the jingle.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, let's
Can you
see.
find that?
Well, this is probably chock full of nuts is that heavenly coffee. Heavenly coffee. Chock full of nuts, heavenly coffee. Better coffee, money can't buy.
A millionaire's money.
Oh, a millionaire's money can't buy.
But that's the second one.
That's the second. So what's the original jingle?
Better coffee, a Rockefeller's money can't buy.
Better money,
No,
better
better
coffee, a Rockefeller's money can't buy.
And why I remembered that, I have no clue.
Wow.
But
chock full
they
of
were
nuts
sued by the
jingle.
Rockefellers and changed it to a millionaire's money.
You would think the Rockefellers would have been
Yeah.
happy. Chock full of nuts to change its jingle.
When did that happen?
It says 2017.
No. Well, that's
The iconic New York brand made, November 29th, 2017.
That's when they made that.
Made that change.
No.
The company's founder originally owned chock full of nuts during the height of Depression, 1932. He started selling to coffee shops. He marketed his coffee in cans. Doesn't.
Yeah, it was long before 2017 that they changed it. I was a kid when they changed it. Oh, you mean I'm young again?
Even here, they're saying a millionaires. So this was an old commercial, but they were still saying millionaire. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know when they made the change.
Okay. Well, that was my.
Anybody out there remember Rockefellers. Money can't buy. Son of a red shirt says I was unaware till this moment. Phasers had a specific heat up rock setting. He just assumed they fired a continuous beam. Cronus says I would see my name at Whack-a-Bot. Woohoo. He says, hey, Mamo Pray.
Hey, Cronus.
She is awakened. No, it's that heavenly coffee, Mike Richards.
Yeah.
Knew
that yeah.
much. Syphilis, has everyone been enjoying the poker games recently? I hope so. Mr. Lundell says, I only remember the theme to the old Winchester cigarettes commercial because it was based on a Carlos Santana song.
I don't remember. Winchester. No.
Kronos says, Mamo Pray is young.
Oh, thank you, Kronos. Yes, a poker game sounds good.
Yeah, there's going to be one tonight. At least LDG is planning on doing a poker game, I believe, this evening after this.
So LDG's playing it his way. I got to get the other computer out.
Yeah, well, we can put the stream up on the TV.
Oh, but that's my back is to the TV.
Oh.
So I'll get the other computer, set it up next to mine, so I can see everybody's
You
cards.
don't want to be known as Mamo Pray the cheater.
I wouldn't do that, but I could. So that's really ridiculous. But I still like to play.
Okay. So guys, check out LDG after the stream. I don't know what time he might be streaming, but he mentioned he wanted to play poker, so we'll probably do poker game over there at some point. And yes, I very much enjoyed playing poker. Where did we go? Okay, back to Dear Bops. Back to the Dear Bops. Dear Bop, since we are legally required to use gender-neutral titles in New York, what is the gender-neutral title for Wordle Play 5? Mr. Kronos, I would say there's no chance of a Mamo Pray tale for tonight. I think that's the best we're going to get. Dear Bob, Troy and Crusher in their aerobics outfits were both hot. Yeah, that was it. Listen. For what was I? 1988. When that came out, was I maybe 12 years old? It was certainly hot enough for 12-year-old me. Okay, I don't know that I could have dealt with much more than that. But by the time I was a little bit older, kissing Dax was way hotter. Way hotter. Help a good YouTuber reach his goal from Rock Solid Gary Katzer. Jay at Square Pegs is within sight of his goal of 3,000 subscribers to his modern and retro video game based channel. He wants to get there by the anniversary of his channel, which I think is either September 3rd or 5th. If you like actually good gaming content, not like the shit I put out, I suppose he means, make sure you check him out. All the best, Gary. So check out Square Pegs. And I'm already subscribed to Square Pegs. He's at 2.86K subscribers, which I think is about where I'm at. But I will go ahead and put his link in the chat. So you guys, if you wouldn't mind, please subscribe to him and make his day. Help make his day. Thomas Potts is Bird of Prey. It's very boring. Look at the screen and not see the cards. Why would I even watch not knowing what's going on? I understand, Thomas. And as I said, when I play poker, the game is mostly for the people playing the game. The stream is a secondary. I understand LDG does it. It's for people who want to watch. But let's face it, if we have 9 or 10 people in the game, we maybe have 3 or 4 people watching who aren't playing. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, in my opinion. So I understand you might not want to watch it, and listen, it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. I would suggest you play it if you could. Mamo Pray, your phone was ringing. It just stopped. Facebook call. Now she's calling me. Just call her back. Dear Bob, you don't like Star Wars. I don't love Star Wars. I like the original 3. I okay with the prequels to a point, but that's it. I'm not super into Star Wars. Nothing close. Not even a little bit. Like 1% as much as I'm into Star Trek, I'm into Star Wars. Dan Ben gives a selection of cranberry chocolate he recently had. Thomas says LDG cares more about chat than Bird. When it comes to poker, he absolutely does. When it comes to poker, he absolutely does. Sisyphus says, should I get Burger King for breakfast? Absolutely, Sisyphus. Burger King, one of my favorite breakfast places. French toast sticks are number 1. And egg and cheese croissant. I don't, since I'm going on a low salt diet these days, the egg and cheese croissant is about the only thing I can eat at Burger King. I used to love bacon, egg, and cheese, or bacon, ham, sausage, and cheese, and all those things, but too much salt. So just egg and cheese on a croissant. Yitza Lemons gifted a membership by Jedi Bill. Thank you, Jedi Bill. Thank you, Yitza, who accepted the membership. I believe there's one more membership out there. Syphilis, egg and cheese on a croissant and French toast sticks. Those are great. Mamo Pray loves the Burger King pancakes. Mamo Pray likes the pancakes. They don't do French toast. They don't do French toast there. Son of a bitch, Syphilis. Then what the hell's the point? What the hell is the point? Dan Ben says Americans pronounce Cadbury's different here in England. And everyone loves Raymond. Robert said Cadbury's egg, which is the first time I heard Americans say it. That's weird. How can you pronounce it? Nicole says steak and eggs for breakfast. That's delicious. Steak and eggs with some home fried potatoes. Oh, that's good. Especially if it's a good steak. Kronos never had steak and eggs. You're missing out, Kronos. You're missing out. Dear Bop, Bummit. What the fuck is Bummit? Dear Bop, hashtag renew the Orville with better, wait for it, writers. Renew the Orville with better writers. You know, that's fair. And let's face it, every show should have better writers. Even a show that has great writers could have better writers. Who would say no?
Yeah.
Dear Bop, Dear Bop. Dear Bop, favorite retro computer. Oh, it's too hard to choose. It's too hard to choose. I guess a Commodore 64. So many firsts on my Commodore 64 or possibly 128. I forget which. We had both. We had both. The first time I went online on what would be considered the internet was the Commodore 64 with a 300 baud modem. And I signed into Q-Link, which would later become AOL. And they had People Connection, which was the first internet chat rooms. And yeah. I thought I was talking to girls. They were probably all guys. Used to do what? ASL. That's what you type in. ASL, age, sex, location, question mark. And yeah. Oh, it's a girl. Stupid me. Dear Bob, go insert name of favorite sports team. Go Niners. I have Niners. I have more Niners gear than any other sports team. Kronos is not the bacon again. Ms. Lindell says 300 board. Wow. Super fast, wasn't it? I mean, I thought I could learn to speak modem and maybe like, you know, like, and like that translates to an A. Yeah, we had 2 phone lines. Dad O'Prey had a line for his business in the house. So we actually had a second phone line. So we would I would go on the main phone line, but then Mom O'Prey could still make a call or something, or in an emergency. If somebody knew us, they had the second number. They could get a hold of us. Sizzler says old school, yeah. One says, what is a baud? That was the way they rated the speed of the modems. Not exactly a BPS. Later, we rated them as bits per second, but I don't know what 300 baud. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. Nicole's is waxing your modem to make it go faster. I never heard of that. Dear Bop, and we got some more binary code. Paste it in. Convert. Hashtag renew the Orville with better writers. Once again, probably true. Kronos is bored of prey. You're scary. Dear Bop, didn't Herbert Hoover wear dresses? No, that was the other Hoover. That was J. Edgar Hoover, not Herbert Hoover. J. Edgar Hoover, the guy who was in charge of the FBI. Dear Bop, chock full of nuts sounds like my lying, cheating ex-wife. Oh, yes. Dear Bop, is nuts with gum a real American product? I seen it in 7 American TV shows. Nuts with gum. I am not aware of any gum that includes nuts. So I'd venture to say no. I'm not sure, but I've never seen it in any American TV shows either. So I really don't know what we're talking about. Son of a red shirt says Kronos, not too late, buddy, as the song says tomorrow. is just a day away. JP says, oh, Fancy, you had 2 lines. Crow says, am I missing a song? Kitty Bear, Stephen Paul says, bod is a funny word to me because it sounds like a Dutch word about which means bolt. I've never understood back then how fast bolts go through the net. Ms. Lundell says, baud, a unit of transmission speed equal to the number of times the signal changes per state per second. For 1 baud is equivalent to 1 bit per second. JP says, I ran a BBS only between 1 a.m. and 6 a.m. Well, I guess we know what was going on that BBS. Nicole Malo says, Weird Al, it's all about the Pentiums. Chrono says, hey, Paul. Kitty Bear says, I thought Hoovers sucked because they are vacuum cleaners. Well, that's one reason. Nicole Lowles, Chrono says, someone is a nerd. And Nicole says, yes, thank you for noticing. We got one more, Dear Bop. Dear Bop, go to Google, search for this word, and see what happens. Askew. Now, search with Google. Dictionary, askew, not in a straight or level position. Similar, wrong, or awry. The plan went sadly askew. Is askew a bad word? To one side, out of line, crooked. No, I don't see what the deal is. Okay, well, I did it and nothing happened. Yitza says bin. Oh no. Yitza is not talking English. In bouger and in morger and in Sofior and in Nikija. Dan Ben says, I Googled nuts with gum and the only image was from The Simpsons. And Kitty Bear is talking Dutch back. Nippizje. Anyway. They are having a productive conversation in Dutch. And one more Dear Bop in binary. That's it for today. The final Dear Bop of the day. And it is no, no, no. Rock Solid does not suck. And we're not in love with Soft Putty. Okay, guys. I think that's gonna call it a day. We've had a productive, I think we've had a decent length show. Sorry for the late start, but we made it. We made it. I will see you guys possibly tomorrow, but hopefully later tonight. Check LDG for poker game coming, I don't know, soon. It could be anytime between now and 8 tonight or later, possibly. We'll see. Kronos says someone is 35 years old. I'm sure there's a lot of 35 years old out there. I'm not sure who's 35 today. Mama Pray is 35 times 2, she says. So Kronos blames Bird. Nicole says later, taters. Qapla all. You don't have to go home, but you shouldn't stay here. Okay. Thank you again for all those super chats. Thank you again, Jedi Bill, for the gift subs for 5 people. I think there's still one person out there that needs to approve it. We'll go out with one more kissing Dax, and then we'll just call it an evening. Scythilis says, how many hours away is that poker game? I don't know. LDG can put in the link or whatever if he has it, or the time. But wait, there's more. The video might be over, but there's more fun to be had. First, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have clicked that bell icon to get notifications of new videos in your YouTube feed. Share this video on social media to help this channel fight the algorithm that favors big media. Also check out www.birdoprey5.com for links to my other channels, various social media accounts, merch store, Dear Bop affiliate links, and all your Birdo Prey 5 needs. At the main Birdo Prey 5 YouTube channel, you can find all sorts of live streams and unlisted videos, YouTube membership options, and a community section with polls and updates on the channel. On the secondary channel, Birdo Prey 5X, you can find overflow content that doesn't always make the main channel. Subscribe to both channels, please. Thanks for watching. Remember, I stream almost every day. This is Birdo Prey 5 saying goodbye, world. Until next time. P.S. Hail Sassy, hail Charlie, and of course, hail Kuroga.